She blocked the entrance with a smile sharp enough to cut. "Not today. You'll ruin the aesthetic." Two guards, hired muscle wrapped in tuxedos, closed the space like a wall. Behind them, laughter swirled, crystal glasses clinked, cameras flashed against royal-themed decor dripping with gold. My sister's crown gleamed under chandeliers. Mine was the humiliation burning in my chest. Too basic for the photos, too common for her stage. She didn't whisper it, she announced it, feeding the crowd my shame. I turned away. I let the sting sit in silence, because silence is the perfect mask for calculation. We were close once. At least, that's what I used to tell myself. She was the golden child. I was the steady shadow. I never cared much for crowns, but she did. Everything had to sparkle. And when it didn't, she found a way to grind it into dust until it did. I should have known the cruelty was her truest jewel. I noticed it years ago, the way she spoke about me in front of others, always with a smirk attached. "She's simple. She's average. A joke," she said. Just teasing. But jokes have roots, and hers grew deep, winding through every room until her voice defined me before I could define myself. That wedding humiliation wasn't sudden. It was the crescendo. I didn't cry. Not when the door shut in my face. Not when my parents avoided my eyes, pretending the wine list was suddenly fascinating. I let her win that round, because revenge needs patience. Her life was a castle built on appearances, a fragile kingdom of gowns, staged photos, borrowed wealth, and curated perfection. All I had to do was light one match in the right hallway. The planning began quietly. First, I followed the money. My sister's fiancé, now husband, was successful, yes, but I knew his success wasn't his alone. A business partner had taken the fall for a deal that went wrong, and rumors swirled. I didn't chase gossip. I chased documents, digital trails, late nights, cold coffee, patience sharper than her sneer. I collected the facts she buried under champagne bubbles. A pattern emerged: bribes masked as consulting fees, unreported assets, a trust fund stretched thin under the weight of her tastes. I wasn't interested in exposing him, no. My aim was her. Then came the mysterious guest. I met him through work, an investor with a reputation, both feared and respected. The kind of man whose presence alone turned whispers into silence. Not flashy, not loud, just undeniable. When I asked him to play his part, he agreed with a single nod. He owed me a favor. The night of her second reception, the grander one, the one meant for society's cameras, I arrived. But not as the basic sister she had dismissed. I pulled up in a $2 million car, a machine so smooth it hummed like danger itself. The doors lifted and he stepped out beside me, my guest, calm and unreadable, dressed in black tailored lines. The crowd shifted like a tide. First, the sneers, then the silence, then gasps, hungry, curious, suspicious. Who was he? Why her? Every lens turned toward us, every head swiveled. And there she was, my sister, frozen at the entrance, tiara trembling with the weight of her own disbelief. She tried to smile, the kind that wavered at the edges. "You came," she said, as though she hadn't banned me. I leaned in, my voice just for her. "I told you once, crowns can be borrowed. Respect can't." Her eyes darted past me, trying to read him, trying to place the name she couldn't afford not to know. And in that frantic flicker, I saw it, the crumble beneath the glitter. Because appearances are everything to her, and I had just rewritten her narrative in front of every person she craved to impress. I didn't need to raise my voice. I didn't need to announce her lies or her cruelty. I simply stood there, steady, while the cameras drank me in, while whispers spread like cracks through marble. She had built her kingdom on exclusion. I turned her own walls into her prison. From that night, people spoke differently. Not about her crown, but about the question she couldn't answer. How did her basic sister arrive with him? Why did he treat me with quiet deference? Why did her guests watch me, not her? Her reign fractured under doubt, and doubt spreads faster than fire. I walked away before the night ended. I didn't need to see the collapse. I had already orchestrated it. The truth is, revenge doesn't always need destruction. Sometimes it only requires a mirror, held up at the right angle under the brightest light. She wanted me invisible. I became unforgettable. Do I regret it? No. Regret is for those who wish the past were different. I don't. I only wish I'd done it sooner. Because in the silence after her sneer, when she thought she had won, I learned the sweetest lesson. The sharpest crowns are forged in fire. And that night, I wore mine without ever touching my head.